Hi students, yeah, I am Dr. Badrinath. Today we will see the very important topic for all regular exams and competitive examination, that is diuretics. Diuretics, two times, di, tri, tetra, diuretics, two times it increases the urine formation. Okay, name itself indicates diuretics. Now we will have a look what it is, a diuretics. And all competitive exams it is compulsory, it comes mandatory. A diuretic is any substance, either it may be a medicine or non-medicine, or it may be excipients also. Excipients also. That's why we are not using the word of drug here. Any substance that promotes the diuresis, two times, the increased production of urine. That is the basic definition of the diuretics. Actually, by seeing the definition, by seeing the name itself, we can able to write the thing. But here, keep in your mind substance, right? This is our urinary system diagram. We know that very well. There is two kidneys are very important for our human body. Kidney. Even though you are taking a idli or not, kidney is important. Okay. And there's two fresh kidneys are there here. Actually, there's in the market heavy demand for kidney because it fails easily. It failures. It's now we will see why it failures and how we have to rectify it at the tunnel. We will see if you want. And this urinary system consists of mainly two kidneys. See here, one is a left kidney and a right kidney. And here you can see this is called a ureter. Two ureters are there. Two ureter one, ureter two ureters. And one bladder, urinary bladder to store the urine formation, and urethra, finally the urethra for the excrete or excretion of that. Okay. And see here, each kidney acts like a factory, chemical factory, just like chemical factory. Each, it produces the urine. In the factory, it produces the urine. Very important part, right? And the two kidneys, see the above red color line, it is just like a drainage system in our body. It excretes all the waste. Drainage system must be clean in the home. If there is no proper drainage, everything will be accumulated in the bathroom itself, in the washroom itself. Everything will start accumulating. If drainage system is very important. If kidney is failure, drainage is failure, just like a house drainage. Keep in your mind. When the drainage will be good, water. So that's why if you are keeping a more and more water clean and everything, it will be easy. So that's why for kidneys, water is important. At least minimum 3 bottles or 3 liters you have to take. It's a minimum equal to plasma volume. Blood volume is 6 liters. 3 liters is the plasma volume. We saw in the last my video. Minimum 3 liters you have to take. Otherwise, kidneys will be failure. Very high demand is there in the market. Now, from 2 kidneys, we will go only 1 kidney now, and we will concentrate on that, what is there inside. The nephron is a key function. Nephron is a building blocks, just like a brick for the building blocks. Like that, functional unit of the kidney, functional unit, it does function. It cannot be simply nephron, not apron. Apron is different, nephron is different. Nephron is present in the kidney. Functional unit of the kidney. Each kidney in the human contains about 1 million nephron. Very important bit in all examination. 1 million. What is the 1 million? In sometimes they will not give 1 million. They will give in the lakhs. See here. That's why for you say, here I wrote 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. 10 lakh. 1 million. Here we want a 10. Our hand is having a 10 only, no? 10. 1 billion means 100 crores. Very long, it's very long. See here, B and C are common. Most of the students will get confused here. 1 billion means they will write it as a 10 lakhs. No, here you can see 1 billion, 100 crores. C, B, C, serial words, B, C, serial alphabetical letter. Million means 10. Each kidney, our hand is 10, not 100, I am not showing. Each kidney, human contains about the 1 million nephron, each capable of forming the urine. It forms the urine nephron. The kidney cannot regenerate the nephrons. That's why once it is failure, there is no regeneration. Only the thing is you have to transplant from your same blood group. Kidney you have to either from mother or father or their father or mother and all. The kidney cannot regenerate the new nephrons. Underline the point. Therefore, with renal injury, disease or normal aging, there is a gradual decrease in the nephron number. Nephron numbers are go on decreasing. That's why kidneys are important than the salary. Keep in your mind. So once the kidney is failure, you have to go for dialysis or kidney transplantation. Only two options. Once kidney is failure, that's it. No option in that right now. And one wonderful Ayurvedic drug is there, Punar Nava. Very important. Punar means again. Nava, you will get a youth-like structure. Punar Nava is a wonderful medicine, wonderful plant. It regenerates the nephron. It is possible in Ayurveda. Nephron possible. Okay, that you keep in your mind. Punar Nava tablets are available in the market. Himalaya company also started producing of that. It is better to take regularly. Nephron, we will see the nephron anatomy. See here, this is a kidney. From this kidney, here you see the round circled. From here, you can, if you enlarge, it consists of a nephron. This is the structure of the nephron. Where the nephrons are present, these are the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunches are there. This is called as a pyramid. Just like pyramid Dhyana Kendra. Pyramid Dhyana Kendra, you know, no pyramid shape. Like that, totally 5 pyramids are there in each kidney. And all these 5 collectively together, one kidney consists of 1 million. Keep in your mind, right? And the pyramids, 5 pyramids, and consist. And next we will see. Yeah, it's a mind-blowing diagram. This is mind-blowing. 4 major classes of diuretics. Keep in your mind. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 classes. See, here I have shown the nephron diagram in a different colors. See, first it's a green color. This is called as a glomerulus. Everybody knows this. Even school 7th class students also having a nephron or kidney and all. Okay, if you ask them, they will tell you what is a glomerulus. You ask your son or your sister's son or your brother's son, they will tell you glomerular. This is the glomerulus. And here you can see that this is called as a proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal, P, primary school, just like it starts immediately, no? And here you can see distal convoluted tubule. Distance is there. Here it is a primary, it is a distal convoluted tubule. Now what happened? These two are very important. Proximal convoluted, distal convoluted tubule. Very looks like same both. Only the difference is the distance. That's it. Now these two tubules, one loop will be connected. U-shaped loop. Here you can see this. Blue color. U-shaped loop. Loop of Henle. Since we are calling it as a loop, it mixes the both. It connects the both. Here I shown with the blue color. Here I shown the pink color. Keep in your mind. And last one is here. This part is called as a yellow color. It is a collecting duct. These parts are very important in the exam. Definitely you have to write. You have to draw just like a snake structure, or you can take the help of that, and you have to write. And number 1. See here. First, I will tell you the logic. Proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule. Loop of Henle, and finally collecting duct, which collection king. Okay, it collects the urine. That's why it is called as a collecting duct. It collects the urine. Now all 4 names are over. Now carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, one of the important diuretic. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. It acts on proximal convoluted tubule. Keep in your mind. Here it acts. The place is very important. In the exam, you have to show where this one. carbonic anhydrous inhibitor. See here how to remember all these things is, see the shape of C, see the glomerular shape. So you can easily remember carbonic anhydrous inhibitor. C shape is a key point. And now you come to the thiazides. See how the thiazide T structure is there. Thiazide diuretics will act here. Distal convoluted. In the examination, they will ask the place, options, where it is, where it acts. Thiazides acts and so on so part, where it acts. See, thiazide acts on a distal convoluted. See here, this shape you can keep in your mind. If I elaborate here, you will get a T. See here, first I will write a like T, see my cursor, and T, like this we will write T. That's why you keep in your mind T, horizontal. First two will horizontal, T we will write with a horizontal. Like that you have to keep in your mind. Next is potassium. See, potassium, we are using vertical line first, P. First we will write like this, then we will give you a small round, half round. So that P, potassium sparing. So here also see the yellow color line, P, vertical line, horizontal line, thiazide diuretics. Next is loop diuretics. Its name itself is called as a loop diuretics. Loop of Henle. Now, okay, everything is okay. Based on the starting letter, you have to find out where the drug is at. Okay, right. Now, classification of diuretics, another classification of diuretics. First, so far what we saw is depends upon the place where it acts. Now, depending upon their efficiency, either it show high efficiency, low efficiency, moderate efficiency. Based on that, diuretics are also classified. Two types of classifications are there. Based on the place, based on the efficacy. Now we will see here. These are the low efficacy diuretics. The first one, that's why I have shown the same color, green color, matching green color, low efficacy. It shows very less action of diuretics. High efficacy diuretics, see here, high. This yellow color, this blue color. So that's why I have shown the high efficacy, powerful diuretics, you can say. Moderate efficacy, same pink color. It acts on the thiazide. And this is also low efficacy only. Yellow. Potassium sparing diuretics are the low efficacy. So potassium sparing low efficacy. Thiazides are moderate efficacy. Loop diuretics are high efficacy. In the exam, they will ask, what is a high efficacy diuretics? They will give 4 options. Carbonic anhydrous, loop of diuretics, potassium sparing, thiazide. Loop of diuretics, high efficacy. Carbonic anhydrous inhibitors. So don't get confusion. I will clear off everything. Now I will tell you the logic how to remember. Very simple logic. So far what you have remembered, no? Depending upon the alphabet which it started. Now I will show you. See, first one, low efficacy. You start from last, low efficacy. Okay, now clear? Low efficacy. Next, moderate efficacy. We will start it from here. Low, moderate, high. Simple, very simple. Low, moderate, high. Now, low. The started same again, first and last, low. So how to remember this here? See here, I started with the low, our order is low, medium, high, low. This word you have to keep in your mind. Our order, low, medium, high, very easy order is there, nothing to worry, okay. And in the you have to practice this, so that, so I will clear off now. And apart from that, here you can see the one more thing, especially you have to remember, keep in your memory, osmotic diuretics, low efficacy diuretics. It acts here, exactly in the loop of Henle, here, this part, loop of Henle, ascending, this is called ascending loop of Henle. This is called as a descending loop of Henle, descending part because it descends, whereas it ascends. Osmotic diuretics acts on ascending loop of Henle. Okay, and it is a low efficacy. This you have to keep in your mind separately. So now you see, here I have classified as per the high efficacy on the top. High efficacy. Examples. Here we will see the drugs now. So far we didn't saw the drugs. Classification we saw. Where it acts we saw. High efficacy diuretics, moderate efficacy diuretics, low efficacy diuretics. See the order. So low efficacy diuretics, again 3 parts are. First 3, high, moderate, low. Now the low is again 3. Potassium sparing, osmotic diuretics, carbonic anhydrous inhibitors. 3. This you have to practice like anything, and I will give the clues also how to remember. See, first one, high efficacy loop diuretics. All diuretics are important. So loop diuretics, this is called as, also called as a potassium depleting. It depletes the potassium from the body. That's why it is actually dangerous also. The patient will form much urine and he will excrete and he will fall down because potassium, he is losing the potassium, depleting the potassium. That is the main important side effects of the loop diuretics. First one is ethacrynic acid. C-R-Y, ethacrynic acid. Furosemide, furoses, bumetanide, torsemide, torture. So now we will see how to remember this. Ethacrynic acid, he is ethacrynic acid because he saw the smell of furoses, and he started getting off more and more urine after seeing the rose smell. Ethacrynic acid, furosemide, bumetanide is a one company. It is always torturing the thing. See here, bumetanide, B-U-M-E-T, bumet, torsemide, torture. See here, image, torture. The company is very torturing company. Okay, now that is over. Now moderate efficacy, thiazides are, keep in your mind, hydrochlorothiazide, HCl, hydrochloric acid, no? That you can keep in your mind. Bendroflumethiazide, this is not much important. Hydrochlorothiazide is important, HCl. Thiazide related diuretics, metolazone, you remove the la, metzone, you will get metolazone, metolazone. Chlorthalidone, indapamide. How to remember this? Here I have shown. Metzone is one of the company, recycling company. Metzone. It mets the zone, recycling zone, where the wastage and manufacturing. And indapamide, Indian gas. Indapamide. And now low efficacy diuretics, potassium sparing diuretics, aldosterone antagonists, all, A-L-L, all. Potassium sparing, it comes on the end. So keep in your mind, aldosterone, all it comes at the end. Collecting tubule. Spironolactone, here the keyword is P here. Spironolactone, P. P is a PS. SP is there, no? Spironolactone, SP. Here sparing. SP is also there. Potassium. Sparing potassium. SP. Here you will get a PS, SP. Okay. Next, important is the 3 are not much important. And osmotic diuretic, mannitol. Mannitol, osmosis. Man will drink the reverse osmosis water. Man drinks reverse osmosis process. Like that you can remember. And carbonic anhydrous inhibitor. See here, acetazolamide, AC. Keep in your mind. Here, this is AC. There is a trick also. AC, acetazolamide. Here, C, carbonic anhydrous. Reverse it. Just like here, potassium sparing, how you reversed it here. In the same fashion, we can reverse carbonic anhydrous inhibitor, AC. If you want, you can keep this also, AC. And dorzolamide, see here, AC, you can acetazolamide, dorzolamide. Like that, you can keep in your mind. And when you come to the this part, the mechanism of action where it acts, see here, first one is loop diuretics. This loop diuretics, uh, yeah, here in this loop diuretics, high efficacy diuretics, the important point is the round. Keep in your mind, round. Here, I will show you my cursor. This round part is very important because it transfers. See, this side urine is there. First, you see this side is urine, this side is blood. That's why I shown here yellow color, and here I shown the red color. See, sodium, potassium, chlorine, two chlorines, because one positive, two Cl you required. So total 4 ions, Na, K, Cl, Cl. It takes in which one? This is co-transporter. Sodium, potassium, Cl co-transport. Okay, this transports the inside. That's why urine will become less generally. Now, loop diuretics, what do you do? No? See, loop diuretics having a negative action on this. That's why in the exam they will ask how the loop diuretics will. Loop diuretics, it stops the co-transport of NaK2Cl. It is a pump, just like a pump. So that what happen when you stop this, when you block this with the help of loop diuretic, all these things will be excreted. See here, collecting duct, it goes to collecting duct. See here how it is going. Very simple mechanism. Loop diuretics will act here. Keep in your mind. Here only you can get the sodium, potassium, 2-chlorine pumps. Now you come to the thiazide diuretics. See, loop diuretics, 4 ions, keep in your mind. That's why it is a high efficacy. It stops the input of 4. That's why high efficacy. Whereas the thiazides, you just recall, it is a moderate efficacy. Here only 2 ions. 2 ions. That's why it is a moderate efficacy. Only 2 ions will be excreted in the urine. Sodium and chlorine. That's it. This is a pump. Same pump. That is also same. And this there it is a 4. Here you see only NaCl. Keep in your mind normal saline, normal chloride. Keep in your mind that. Thiazide diuretics, moderate efficacy. Okay. Next we will see only one. Potassium sparing diuretics. See here. Aldosterone receptor antagonist. See, potassium, this pump is very important. Potassium from the blood it takes, sodium will be entered into the blood. Very dangerous. Sodium is very dangerous for heart. Potassium is friendly for the heart. Okay. Now you do one thing. When you give aldosterone, when you ban this aldosterone with the potassium sparing diuretics, you can save the potassium inside the body because it stops, it prevents this pump, ATP pump, sodium, potassium pump. So total 3 pumps are there. Sodium, potassium, 2-chloride, high efficacy. Sodium chloride only, thiazide, moderate efficacy. And sodium, potassium pump inhibitor, potassium sparing diuretics, spironolactone, SP. That is also keyword. Enjoy. 3 completed now. Now you come to the, here, the carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. See here, this carbonic anhydrase inhibitor, we saw in the last low efficacy, reverse of it, carbonic anhydrase, AC, that and all. Here what happened, this carbonic anhydrase enzyme, it collects the sodium and bicarbonate. So it forms the H2CO3. It forms the carbon and it takes the inside. So urine will become less. So what we are doing is we are giving carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. It stops the carbonic anhydrase enzyme so that see sodium and bicarbonates will be excreted. See here, we are stopping this. Once you stop this, automatically it will be excreted. Simple mechanism, very simple mechanism. That's it. Okay. And this mannitol. Here, this is not a drug actually, it is an excipient. Generally, mannitol, we are using in pharmaceutical works also. This mannitol just like a magnet, keep in your mind, magnet. It attracts the water into the urine. See, from the blood, water will be attracted. The water will be attracted into the urine due to the osmotic pressure. That's why mannitol attracts, just like akarsha, H2O water. It akarshas the water. So automatically urine will be increased and you can go number of times. So whenever you want, you can go for urination. And This is see the very important loop diuretics. There is a furosemide. It is also called as furosemide. In the market, it is available in the form of Lasix. Lasix. Indications: congestive heart failure. This is very important indication. In which indications? Congestive heart failure, we are using diuretics. Go and see my congestive heart failure video. You first see that. There I have already told that diuretics we are using in the congestive heart failure. Number of times I have told. Lasix is very powerful and it is available in the form of tablet and in the form of injection also. Otherwise you cannot remember. That's why here I kept the two diagrams for you. Congestive heart failure, acute pulmonary edema. Edema means a swelling. Acute pulmonary, total pulmonary and body. Pulma means lungs. In the lungs there is a accumulation of body fluid. In such a case you have to give severe edema. Body will swell because water will be get accumulated in the body, not proper drainage system. That's why you have to increase the urine. And contraindications, those it is allergic to sulfonamides, you should not give the furosemide. Keep in your mind. Because furosemide is a chemically sulfonamide. So those who are allergic to sulfonamide, don't give the furosemide because furosemide is also a sulfonamide. In such a case, you can give a ethacrynic acid. What is the alternative? In the exam, they will ask, what is the alternative for the furosemide? Those who are all suffering with the, having allergic with the sulfonamide. In such a case, you have to mention ethacrynic acid. And uses of carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. What are the other uses? Here I have shown a code word, GAME, game. Glaucoma, very important one. A number of times it appeared in all pharmacy, nursing, MBBS, MD and all. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, not only diuretic, glaucoma, closer angle glaucoma. You see glaucoma, my glaucoma video in the playlist. Alkalinization of the urine. Mountain sickness. If you are going to a mountain, you will get sick. In such a case, they will use this. Epilepsy, game over. And osmotic diuretics, other diuretics is here, mannitol, not only mannitol, only names are important. Urea, glycerol, isosorbide. See here, this is a mannitol structure and glycerol structure. Very easy if you want to remember. Our name is very important than the structure here. Okay, osmotic pressure, mannitol, akarsha, magnet. Yeah, now I am giving a interval. Okay. Next video, I will continue with the anti-diuretics. It's the next topic. Anti-diuretics. Yeah. So I will stop here. And in the playlist, I kept a number of videos. You can go and see that. Right?